was born here in El Paso, long time ago, 1952. I grew up in a ranch in Chihuahua. My family, it has my father and two more brothers. They had a ranch. And I grew up over there until we were 13 years old. School, we had a school over there. There was no real school. No, we had a tutor, and they used to teach us over there how to read and write, and that was it. That was the life of the ranch. When I was about 9 years old, I went to a county fair, and I saw this guy selling pants, but he had the flames on the pants and like that, and I was amazed. It was something that I would like to do. And I was always in the kitchen with my mother, with my grandmother, with all those stuff. So that's how everything started. When I was 13 years old, talking to my grandfather, he told me, "You really want to cook? You really want to be a chef?" I really didn't know what a chef was. And he said, "You really want to know?" I said, "In New York, there's a community college that has a culinary program. You want to go?" And I said, "Yes." He gave me $1,000 and put me in a bus. And I came over here, I crossed the border, and I took a bus all the way to New York by myself, 13 years old. And I got to the culinary school, and I wasn't able to enroll because you had to be 15 years old. So I spent 2 years cleaning toilets, sweeping streets, doing as much as I could now to be able to go to the culinary school. When I turned 15, so I went to culinary school, and I had a big issue. Like I said, I didn't have school. It's not that I went to school to learn like everybody, all the children do. So I was having an issue reading. And the chef, the director of the culinary school over there, he found out that I was by myself. And he rented me a little room on the back of his house, like a servant's room. And we had a bathroom, and that's it. So I was living there. One day I was sitting on the backyard trying to figure out what I was reading. I was trying to get into the books of the culinary school. And this girl came out and said, what's the problem? And I told her, I don't know how to read. I have a lot of issues now. I can translate words because it's easy, like that. But in reality, reading the way I should, I don't know how. That girl sat with that over there, and in 3 months, he taught me how to read and write. So by the time I went to culinary school, I knew what I was doing. And I worked, like I said, I was a janitor for the convention center in New York. We used to work overnights, do all those things, and in the mornings, go to school. After 4.5 years of being there, the final exams, they came over, and there were 50 of us that they were going to graduate that we tried to graduate. And we passed. Everybody was trying to make something very fancy. I didn't. I had something very simple in my head. I worked it out. I presented it. I said, if it's good, it's good. If it's not good, let's see what happens. Next day that we went to get the scores, so I started looking from the bottom, and I was like this. I didn't graduate. What happened? What happened? I was the fifth. I graduated fifth with some taquitos, egg, ham, green chili, onions, sour cream, and cheese. That's it. And charro beans. I made a little plate like that. I put it over there, and it was something. They loved that thing. So graduating like that, it was something very special. We came back to El Paso, and crossing the border, I was 18 years old. They were trying to trap me to go to Vietnam, and I went to Fort Bliss, and I told them that I wasn't going. They say I'm not a patriot, but I worked my ass, with all the skills of the word. But it's the truth. I worked my butt off to be who I am. To go there and get killed or kill somebody is not right. So they were putting all the people in jail. And 6 months. I called my dad. I told him that I was going to jail. I explained to him what was happening, and he agreed. He was okay with it. And we were sitting on a chair on a bench over there, another 3 guys and me. Young, you don't say anything. You don't know what's going on. You're sitting over there, and suddenly we found out that this private company, they were taking the kitchen staffs to the embassies in Saigon and in Laos. And I ended up going to Saigon. I spent 17 months at the embassy in Saigon. I was just cooking. That's it. And so that's what I learned, how to cook. More than anything, how to organize your kitchen, how to put the things together, how to order, how to program yourself, how to see ahead, 2, 3, 4, 5 days ahead. So that way, when the time comes, you're already ready for that. So I learned all these things because the chef over there, he read on my papers and he said something ugly to me, but he turned around and said, "So you think you're too much? Over here in my beach. I'm gonna show you how to work." And he told me, he got me under his wing and he teach me everything, to the point that when we came back, we flew from Saigon to Hawaii and from Hawaii to San Diego. We got in San Diego and we walked around the bay and we saw this huge hotel over there, so we sat in the hotel to have lunch. And we sitting in the cafeteria, and then the chef was passing by. We had our uniforms, and he stopped and he came back. He said, "Where are you guys coming from?" And we told him we just come back from Vietnam. He said, "Oh, are you working?" And I said, "No. Do you want to work?" "Okay." So the four of us, we started working in that hotel. We got there on a Friday. Monday we were working. And I worked for 13 years in that hotel.